An essential feature of Paris today is the house of Dior, the fashion establishment which created the new look 11 years ago.
Christian Dior died 6 weeks ago. Dior was the man who introduced the new look in 1947 and this year put women into the sack. I came here to find out what happens to a great fashion house when the man who built up its reputation is no longer there. Brigitte, could you tell Monsieur Donati that we're ready for the interview, please? Thank you. Mr. Donati, what is this rug made of?
This rug is made of mink tails.
It must be a very valuable rug.
Well, those are real mink tails, and I think there's about, let's say, 700 mink tails to do it.
In this one rug?
Yes, certainly.
What are your problems now that Monsieur Dior is no longer here?
That's not easy to talk about, but I think the most important problem for all of us is to continue the work of Mr. Dior. And Mr. Dior himself, in 1948, after 3 collections, decided to create a sort of school of taste, able to continue his work. And this team is made up of 4 persons. Madame Zenaker, Madame Raymond. She was a close friend to Mr. Dior, and she has worked with him for 15 years. Madame Carré, Madame Marguerite. Madame Carré knows perfectly the technique of this house. Well, you perhaps know that our dresses are built up in quite a different way, particular way, technically speaking. Madame Bricard, who will take care of the hats and accessorize the dresses. And, of course, Monsieur Saint Laurent, we will do the original sketches.
Have you ever had a complaint from 2 women who arrived at a party wearing the same dress from this house?
Well, of course, such a thing could happen, especially in evening dresses, you see. But we try to avoid it, and Madame Luling, who is in charge of our sales department, and all our sales ladies are extremely carefully about it. They have to know who is going where, so I must say we had no complaint.
And this is the young man who is heir to Christian Dior, Yves Saint Laurent, age 21. You can meet him in a few minutes. The work of the design team is turned into reality by the mignonnettes. Today, the House of Dior employs 1,300 people, compared with 90 10 years ago. The girls are working now on the next collection to be revealed on January the 30th. The designs are highly secret, and there are severe penalties, including prison, for those who reveal them. The girls are all well looked after, their eyes get special attention, and there is a Dior rest home in the country. When they get married, they're given a free trousseau by the house. Under a picture of the master himself, we come upon the team whose task it is to carry on his name and fame. At the back of their minds, they must be afraid that the magic will vanish. No, it's no good copying these sketches. They are not the designs for the next collection.
This is the studio of Christian Dior, the real holy of holies. And I have with me Monsieur Dior's team of collaborators, Madame Raymond, Madame Marguerite, Madame Ricard, and Monsieur Saint Laurent. The first question I would like to ask all of you is, what was Mr. Dior's conception of a woman?
Mr. Dior's conception of a woman was that she should be elegant, well kept, well groomed, and very tidy, medium-sized, and always have a lot of charm, feminine charm.
Monsieur Saint Laurent, do you agree with Mr. Dior's idea that women should be medium-sized and not be untidy?
Yes, I think so. I think that the first thing for a woman must to be well-groomed.
I'd like to ask you a personal question, which is that you are very young to have the big responsibility of designing now for Dior. Do you think youth is a handicap in this matter?
I think and hope that the age does not matter. I started 3 years ago with Mr. Dior and was trained by him. and now I continue with the same help that he had.